Today we're comparing the Wahl Deep Percussive Massager versus the Thumper Sport Massager. And again, we're trying to compare two units that would be used for similar usage. The price points on these are fairly different. The Thumper Sport goes for a little bit over $100. The Wahl massager goes for about $35 to $40. And that is quite a price disparity, but they are both used for or intended for use in the home markets for home massage. And if you think about it, if you go out and get yourself a massage from a professional, it would cost over $100. So we're going to compare these two units. We picked up the Wahl massager. We really wanted to offer something to our customers at a lower price point, yet is still effective. And let's quickly run through the features here. The Wahl massager here, it is a single node, and that seems to be one of the trends. And I wonder if that's a trend because it's less expensive to produce. But that seems to be one of the trends, is a single node massager versus the Thumper Sport, which of course has two massagers. The Thumper Sport massager, made in Canada, made by Thumper Massager, who have been in business for years. If you don't know Thumper Massager, they manufacture massages for professionals and for consumers. They work with chiropractors, they work with physical therapists to develop their products. And made in Canada, they really hold to a very high standard of quality. Wahl is probably better known for other products. They have been in the massage market for a while now. In the consumer, they do not, to my knowledge, they don't provide any for professionals. But they do produce units that mostly look like this. Not sure where this is manufactured, couldn't find it on the box anywhere. I assume it's manufactured somewhere in Asia. So Wahl is importing these probably from a contract manufacturer, where Thumper is making these in their own factory in Canada. As far as the cosmetics of the two units, I like the looks of the Wahl. I like the blue finish that it has on this top piece, contrast against that lower gray. Thumper Sport is a little bit more boring, if you will. It's just a gray massager with some colored highlights. But from a craftsmanship standpoint, I do have to give it to the Thumper. It feels like a better made unit, and when I look at the Wahl closely, when I look at this injection molded piece of plastic at the top, you see a lot of imperfections, and they're not really functional, but they are cosmetic, where you see lines, darker lines that appeared in the molding. One is a dark line that looks like a crack, but I really checked that out. It's really not, but it runs right across. And this probably isn't going to pick up on video at all, but that dark line runs right across there. From an effectiveness standpoint, we passed these around the office for a couple weeks, had people use either, and honestly, we are more familiar with the Thumper massagers. But we had folks use the Wahl massager, and the feedback was very, very consistent with this. And there is an awful lot of feedback in the hand with a Wahl massager. And this might be a deal breaker for us. And I'm just going to turn this on. You're going to be able to see this node moving, but you're not really going to be able to see the feedback that I'm talking about. Now that's on its highest setting. And when I turn this on, let me turn this off for a second. I can feel vibration all the way to my elbow. It's really vibrating hard in my hand, vibrating all the way up my arm. I think that if you were to use this for any period of time, that you would have a numb or tingling sensation. The node itself does move in and out. The intention being that you can get a percussive massage that will get deep into the muscle groups. But when I put this on a muscle layer, it really just kind of bounces on the surface, really doesn't do much in terms of getting there, makes me feel a little bit itchy, and this was pretty consistent with all the feedback that we received on the Wahl. The Thumper Sport, which you may or may not be familiar with, Thumper Sport, I'm just going to turn this on. Whoops, there we go. Thumper Sport, I feel a much, much deeper massage, really getting into those muscle groups and loosening those up, improving circulation, all that sort of thing. And when I hold it, yeah, you can feel the unit vibrating, but it's very, very, they do a much better job at isolating the vibration caused by the percussive massage. isolating that vibration so that you don't feel it nearly as much in your hand. I don't feel it up in my elbow like I do with the Wahl unit. I would just based on that, I'd have to rule this unit out, spend a few more bucks on a Thumper Sport. Of course, Thumper makes other massagers which are intended for professional as well as consumers, such as the Thumper Mini Pro 2, which is the most popular massager. It goes for quite a bit more money than the Sport. Sport is based on the same technology. Let's see, things that come with it. The Wahl came with 3 different attachments, fairly easy to change. They're just a screw on, screw off on the screw on, screw off this massage node. Messed with it a little bit, found little or no value in this 4-prong. And really couldn't tell any difference with this one here, and I don't know how well that's going to pick up on video, but it has, it's a semi-spherical massage head with some bumps on it that are maybe like 1/8 of an inch tall, maybe a little bit more. This one here, this would be useful if the unit itself didn't bump around so much when you had it on your skin. You could really go for like a trigger point area, I think, with this hard, sharp one. Comes with a manual, a brief manual. The Thumper Sport comes with the standard nodes and also comes with a softer nodes, a different diameter plastic used for that Thumper massager. The other materials that come with the Thumper Sport comes with a massage DVD, comes with complete instructions and that sort of thing. And let's see what else about these 2 units. So one thing that I really appreciate about a high quality massage unit is the length of the cord. And you might think, well, I'm just using this on myself, I'm gonna be sitting on my couch or what have you, not really gonna need a really long cord. It's really inconvenient if you have a shorter cord on a massager. And Thumper Massagers always provided nice long cords on their massagers versus this unit here, which is probably a foot or 2 shorter. You'd have a hard time if you're using this on somebody else getting around the table with a Wahl massager. And I imagine that as you're using this, because it doesn't have the balance or performance of the Thumper Sport, you would be using it probably like this to keep this from bouncing off the patient. And I think that would probably lead to some, some vibration in this hand as well as this going all the way up your arm. And just briefly on the cords, and this probably is not going to pick up very well on video, much thicker cord on this Thumper Sport, obviously able to handle a higher power. Certainly that cord being thicker would be rated for a higher power level. So just wanted to do a brief overview on these 2 units. Again, we were looking for a unit that we could offer our customers, something that would be less expensive than the Thumper Sport, which is the least expensive massager from all the manufacturers that we represent. This is the least expensive one that we sell. Took a hard look at this Wahl, tried it out, passed it around, and frankly, we just can't recommend it. So, highly recommend that you spend the extra few dollars on a Thumper Sport. Basically what it's boiling down to. If we thought that was a great unit, we'd certainly offer it at betterhealthinnovations.com, but that unfortunately is not going to be the case. If you have any questions, certainly let us know. Click on that link down in the description to learn a whole lot more about massage therapy, to learn more about the Thumper line in particular. We have the Thumper Sport, of course, the new VMTX, Thumper Mini Pro 2, the Maxi, and the Versa. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.